Greetings and welcome everyone to my live. You're watching Been Living with Big B, streaming to you from Western Australia. It's currently 9:30 a.m. on a Friday morning here. Just thought I'd jump on real quick and just say hello to everyone and see what everybody is up to and let you guys know what I've been up to lately. And yeah, that's for the benefit of those that be watching the replay, of course. Who we got in here? Renee. Hey, Renee. Oh, my condolences, dear friend, about your sad loss of your fair baby. So just letting you know my thoughts are with you and Mum. Mac is in the house. What is up, Mac? Good to see you, Barbara. Welcome and greetings. Hi, Blue Ann. Hello, hello. Long time no see, peoples. Oh, hi, Phyllis. How are you? Sorry, I was just saying to Renee, sorry to hear about your guy's loss, losing your beloved pet. We know what it's like when we lost our ginger Mog a few years ago, and our cat had been with us for like 14 years. So yeah, we understand, as I'm sure everyone does that's lost a pet that's loved. Hey Tracy, how are you? Good to see you from Queensland. Good to see you, my friend. And how's your new house, your new accommodation going, Blue Ann? Hi, Wendy from Sydney. Welcome and greetings. So good to see everyone in here. Oh, thanks, Blue Ann. I appreciate that. Yeah, man, I haven't. You're great. That's so cool. That's so cool. Yeah, just thought I'd jump on here real quick and just give you guys an update and see how everybody is, and even talk about some things I've been seeing on YouTube, and and say and catch up with people like Phyllis and Renee. Have um, lost their fur baby, but still life goes on. But we all understand it's a sad time. Um, but yeah, we all know too well what it's like to lose loved ones. So cool to be back in touch with everyone again. It's the content as far as dumpster diving has been going hasn't been the greatest, but still going out. I'm searching, and if you guys have been watching my videos, you've been seeing that my daughter Sapphire has been joining me lately, which is super cool. Really enjoy having her company. Hi, Judy from USA, Kentucky. Greetings and welcome. How's my cat and dog Phyllis? They are good. Real, just like all up in my face. Just got home from work a couple of hours ago, Renee. It's 31 degrees. Nice. Hot for May. New place is going good, says Blue Wayne. Car, not so much. Well, I couldn't have come at a better time, right? A place than when your car, when it rains, it falls, man. Judy, how are things going with you guys? Yeah, we're going really well. Yeah, it really has been. I mean, hey, things could always be better, and but we always remain optimistic and positive. Where there's. It's funny because I just got a message from one of the Australian content creators, the Aussie Bin Chicken, Janelle, and she was going through a bit of a rough patch, and but I said, that wherever there's a yin, there's a yang. When things are tough, it will pass, and then you'll go into times where it's not so tough, and it's also the same when things are really good. Those things will pass, and then you'll come into times where they're not so great. So there's always a yin and a yang. You just have to like wait it out, really. But, oh, you love when my darling wife and daughter join me. Me too. I love it, especially my daughter. It's not like, I mean, they're so eager because they don't do it as often as I do. So I'm usually on the side of the dumpster and just like leaning in, and I let my experience like dictate that there's nothing in the bags, but I also let my laziness not jump in because sometimes the goodies are in those bags. You know, it's a half a dozen of one and six of the other. But yeah. So I hope you guys have been experiencing a good change in weather, especially over there in the United States. Julie, that's great. Hennessy, kia ora from Dargaville. Kia ora, Hennessy. Over in Dargers. Oh, you like the Metallica shirt? Yeah, it's one of my faves. One of my faves. Yeah, so while the content hasn't been flowing, and of course, a lot of these stores that I dive in their dumpsters, they've made a a company promise to have zero waste by 2025, which means over the next 2 years, we're going to see less and less. And I've already noticed that, especially in the dumpsters that that I frequent. And it's been unusually warm where you are for May, Renee. Lots of grass fires around. That's crazy, right? Second love on that shit. Be here. Cheers. Cheers. I also have Black Sabbath, and I also have um, Rolling Stones and the Doors. I do have a few of them. Some of me faves, but yeah, this is the Ride the Lightning one. So I'm glad you guys are all well and got through your winter without too many hitches, and now you get to experience some warm weather ahead. For us Kiwis and people living in Australia, we're heading into our winter time now, which happens to be one of my favorite seasons. I certainly choose the cooler weather over the warmer weather, and not just for dumpster diving, just for preference. I don't know. What do you guys prefer? Do you prefer warmer weather or cooler weather? Renee and Phyllis, you're not allowed to answer because you guys' cold is like super extreme. It's like Siberia to me. It's like Siberia, man. But yeah, I prefer cooler temperatures, cooler weathers. I prefer the winters over summers. But I mean, I really do enjoy warm, camber hot, warm days. But I really do like the idea of rugging up and battling the elements, and being nice and toasty, but it's really cold and chaotic around me. I really love that kind of sense of security. New Zealand is a pretty cool place anyway. Like I never lived anywhere where I lived in the snow, on the ice, and I always talk with Grab It Fast about that. When he's in, especially the winter that's just gone, and he's had to battle snow and ice and all that, and I'm just go, oh man, like I like the cold, but I've never known what it's like to live in the snow. Dreams, just dropping in to say hi and see how you are doing. Take care of yourself, baby. Wishing you continued excellent health and happiness. So good to see you, Inga. Don't see you around. How is Scott? I do catch up with some of your notifications on Facebook from time to time. Lisa Adams, kia ora, Lisa. How are you? So good to see your name pop up in the comments. Blue Ann, are you like the late fall and early spring, cool for the meats and best produce? I totally agree. I couldn't agree with you guys more. Yeah. I mean, for the dumpster diving side of things, of course, it's way I enjoy it a lot better. Same here. I'm old and fat and hate the heat. You know, come on now, Barbara. It's like 25 and its snow is squeaky. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Now, I like the cooler weathers. Yeah, but like, you know, you can still be naked in front of something cool and still not be cooled off, right? You know, in water. Up here, over here, like in the northwest of Western Australia, it gets so hot. Even though the ocean is like really, what do you call it? It's soupy. It goes thick and warm like bath water, and you can't cool down even in the ocean, which is like blows my mind just thinking about that. Hey, Eileen, greetings and welcome. Judy says, I love summer only for all the fresh garden veggies and fresh fruit, but the cooler weather is just, well, cool. Never a truer statement has been uttered, Judy. Yeah, and I appreciate that. Hi, Margie from California. Welcome and greetings. Thank you for joining us. Just a quick catch up and chat with everyone. I don't do it as often as I'd like, and I do it, and I'd like to do it more than I have been. So, and I always say it every time. I'm going to be on here every week, and I'm going to, blah blah blah. And I never seem to find the right time to do it because I really want to go out and take you guys on a live dive. It's just like the only battle I have is that the dumpsters are quite a drive between dumpsters, and I don't really want to bore you with like a 10-15 minute drive talking about, I don't know, road conditions, or I don't know. Maybe we'd be lucky and catch a kangaroo bouncing across the road. I'm not sure. But that's the only reason why I don't do it. I got me a new phone. How does the picture and the sound look? Looks pretty good to me. New phone, but like I did promise, I did say it, that if I got a new phone, that we'd be going out doing more lives. Um, we got some new people in the house. Let's see who catch up. My 70th birthday is coming up in June. Yes, I do remember, Phyllis. Uh, E-Dreams is saying that Scott is doing well, causing intellectual mayhem, as we would expect Scott to do whenever he goes, and loving it. It's been very long and warm lately up there in Alberta, I mean, sorry. Blue Ant says those sub-zero windy blizzards, whoo, can F off. Come with 100-degree summers. Yeah, I know, like talk about two extremes in Michigan, right? Crazy. Mr. Doggy Dog, what is up, my bro? Straight up. Next weekend, my birthday too. Wow. Okay, we got a few birthday. Who's celebrating birthdays in the month of May? So we've got. Sorry. Yeah, he's got birthdays this month. Barbara say, I'm just glad the rain has stopped. Rained for a week straight. Wow, almost need a kayak to get to town. Happy early birthday to you, Renee, says E-Dreams. What's up, Jetted? What is going on, my friend? It looks good. Oh, that's how far behind on I am in the comments. I will catch up in the moment. Just make sure I catch everybody's comments. Carolyn Collins, stop sending me the rain. Barbara, we got, yeah, Carolyn, we got to share the love, the rain and the sunshine, you know. Judith saying hi to all the chat family. Let's say hello to everybody. there's one thing about a chat or in the, being in the chat room is that we try our best to engage and acknowledge everyone. But it's not always easy for me, but I know you guys will always kick in. That's the beauty about, having a community like you guys. You guys are awesome. And I always try my best to acknowledge that, how important you, the subscribers, the viewers, this community are to me as a well, not but as a creator or as a channel creator. How much you guys really mean to me, and the growth that we experience. It's like it's so awesome. And I don't really care for the numbers, to be honest, although there's a nerdy side of me that just keeps watching them, but it doesn't make my heart palpitate or murmur in any specific way. But it does draw my curiosity and my attention, and but really just the comments, of which I try and get to as quickly as possible, and to reply. But I understand the importance of acknowledgement. I really, really do. Hi, Jackie Feathercatcher. How are you, my friend? So good to see you. Always a pleasure to see your name pop up in the comments. Yeah, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you something. The other thing I like about autumn and spring is obviously the harvesting of produce. I am fully like committed to doing a garden this year, and I've like been in two minds about whether to direct some content towards doing that. Like I see, Cynthia, who's an amazing content creator, and she's been around for a lot longer than I have, and she's tried to diversify her channel into like growing vegetables and all that, because whilst dumpster diving is amazing and you can get stuff for free and be able to donate to people within your community or that aren't doing so great. I mean, self-efficiency and sharing knowledge of how to grow and then harvest and then do canning and preserving and be able to do the things that our grandparents and great grandparents used to do to survive, because not every season was a flourishing one. We'd have to do our best through the autumn to propagate, and the summer to grow, and the spring to propagate, the summer to grow, the autumn to harvest, and then the winter to save up and store all of that food that we had grown. That was our sense of self-efficiency. Dumpster diving is really a urban form of gathering and collecting. But we should really try and enable people to be self-efficient. I'm sure you guys would agree that whilst we're finding a lot of produce, and I still will always do it, that it'd be good to go to a bench where we're growing herbs and vegetables and have something that's fresh harvest from harvest to table. And I really love to do that. So I'm talking with a company that's gonna sort of like not sponsor me, but afford me a couple of units that does like a indoor hydroponic system on a really small scale, but be able to make your household self-efficient of like vegetables that are like tomatoes and uh, leafy greens and stuff like that we're too can't afford to buy, but it was always within our reach and our budget and our means before all of this inflation and these horrific price rises. We can't grow bananas, right? But there's other things that being able to be self-efficient and grow these sort of things will help supplement the income and direct money into other areas that would so it makes the things more affordable. That's what dumpster diving is about. Tell me I'm wrong, please, someone. Hey, Tans, how are you? Good to see you, Connie and Cindy Lou in the house. Hi there, Cindy. So good to see everyone coming in and joining us today or tonight. Supper is here, Caroline. Go have supper quick. There's a great channel I watch on YouTube that does canning and gardening. You might be into Big B. It's called Southern Frugal Mama. There's another one, Lisa, called Self Efficient Me. He's an Australian guy gardener, and but it's all outside gardening. But the fundamental things that he did, and he's extremely popular. But yes, I have heard of Frugal Southern Frugal Mama. I haven't watched his stuff in a little bit. Just making sure I catch up with everyone. Judy, hey guys, and bye. Hope you have a great visit with B. Unfortunately, I have too many irons in the fire, so I better dive on out of here. Okay then, Judy. Yeah, she does. Yeah, Cynthia does the lot. She does it all, and she is amazing. We got here some interesting fun facts. On the farm with Smoky Mist. Hey there, how are you? Haven't seen your name pop up in a long time. Uh, Chiriana, I'm good, thank you. I'm good. How are you? Hope you're doing fine. That's cool. I hope you got it all sorted out now on the farm. Yeah, sometimes we just need to take a moment to step back and take 5 minutes for ourselves and just reevaluate our situation. Even as dumpster divers, when I first started, I'd go gun ho. I'd take every single thing that was in the dump. Or actually, I never. When I first started my YouTube channel, and maybe Renee can remember, she's probably been with me the longest in this chat here. Um, I used to take when I first discovered finding food, I would just take very little, and then I would just do a little cooking segment for the next video. I would do like a breakfast or whatever, but I would always do a dumpster diving video, and then I'd do a cooking video, and I wouldn't take everything. Then when the pandemic hit, I saw that there was a need for the food, because the supermarkets didn't have very much on offer, yet they were still throwing out tons of food, and so I saw a need within my community to grab as much as I could and then share. Pardon me. Um, Now that's changed again as it's become more popular, dumpster diving with locally and in my area. Whether it be the intentions be good or whether it be not so good, right? Um, Either way, there was more people doing it. So I'm not finding the amount of food I used to help the community. In fact, um, I'm finding it difficult just to survive myself, and we're a two-income family, and yeah, feeling the pressures of the high cost of living. Um, I mean, does it get me down? No, I just go dumpster diving and be able to supplement that. That's never been a problem, but I've never had to utilize that as a means of survival since I was in my 20s when I had 6 kids, when I was in my 20s and 30s. It was just something on top of that was like they were luxury items. But yeah, it's funny how things change. Hi, Leia. How are you? Everyone saying hello to everyone. Tiriana, I'm glad you enjoyed the videos. Thank you so much. Oh, your son and you're watching, keeping out, looking after your mum. Of course. And I love the fact that they're looking at reducing artificial sweeteners and flavors. Back to nature is the best. Yes, of course. It's a small start, but it's a start, right? On July the 1st, 15th, you're 1 year cancer free. Congratulations, Connie. You might as well say that you are. Claudette, oh my goodness, how are you, my dear friend? Such a huge supporter. As you all are, you guys are amazing, been amazing supporters that, and watch this journey of that I've been taking on board. And seen all the different ways I've been like creating videos, and whether that's been fun or not, at least the ride has been like so cool. So cool, guys. I really, really love you guys, eh? You should send me some merchandise. I could give you my address. Go ahead, send me your address, Tiriana. Email it to me. Jackie, curbside, no, I haven't, but we do have curbside coming locally soon. Like there's curbside like around the city that goes all year round. It goes all year round, but some places are a little bit further than I would like to travel. My issue isn't that I love curbside picking, but I've just got to the stage like in my household where I've had to let go of a lot of stuff that I've accumulated, at dumpster diving and stuff like that, because I have ideas of grandeur to like fix a lot of stuff that doesn't take a lot of fixing. But what I've ended up with is a whole heap of projects that still are unfixed, right? And so to combat that, I've minimized the amount of times that I go out and where I go. Right now, I do a lot of my focus is around like food and being a help others um, that aren't doing so great. With the food side of things, we can't eat a bookshelf. Whilst it might look nice, and you could probably sell it on and get 10, 20, $30. People are just being hungry out there. So I'm always in this conflict of this conflict and this pursuit of being good. At the end of the day, I have to make sure that my household is fine first. So um, and I always do. I always do. And whatever's left, I always donate. But I'm not just getting the same scores as I am. Anyway, I'm digressing. That's cool, Connie. I'm so proud of you. 1 year, 1 year almost. What's your email? Renee, can you drop my email address? Do you know it? Or can you, any one of my, Oz Diver. Hi there, Oz Diver. Oh yeah, I heard about Juan from Grab It. He spoke to him and said that he is going to have his eye surgery. That's really sad to hear. Whilst we might not have left on the best of terms, um, um, I still consider him a good man. But yeah, he did. He spoke to Grab It fast, and Grab It let me know this was a few days ago, so I did hear about that. Margie, you have to check out now. It was a pleasure being here. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Margie. bad glaucoma. He has to have his eye removed. That's terrible. That is terrible. Oh, Braxton and Marley in the house. Hey there, Brax. What's going on, brother? Yeah, that's really sad and unfortunate. Not just for him, but for his whole family. You know, let me ask you guys. If you had to choose between eyesight or hearing, which one would you be more comfortable losing? Would you be more comfortable losing your eyesight, or would you be more comfortable losing your hearing? If you had to choose, which one would it be? Yep, he sure does. Jeddah, he has his young fella Ace with him right now, which is a huge thing for Grab It. E-Dreams, you have to go. Take care, Big B, and everyone in the chat. I will say prayers for Juan and to everyone that need them. So kind of you. Jackie would say, "Oh, my hearing is halfway there already." Connie says, "Hearing. You'd rather lose your hearing than your sight. You'd want to see, but you'd be okay not hearing anything." I mean, that's fair, right? You got to see where you got to go, you know. But bear in mind, you'll never hear laughter again. You'll never hear the wind or the breeze. Yeah, I don't know. That's a tough one, man. Far out. That's a tough one. Yeah, that's a tough one. You wouldn't want to lose any of your senses. But I'm with you guys. I guess I'd be more inclined to not hear anything rather than not see anything. I'd rather be in a world of silence than in a world of darkness. You could read lips if I could see. Yeah, but it's not about communicating. It's about not you. But you can't read um, the sound of the wind underneath a bird's wings, or if you're just imagine if you're a motor enthusiast, you can never hear that the purring of a well machined engine, or you can never hear the creaking of the trees through. I don't know, or the waterfall or anything. I'm not trying to defend it. I'm just saying, yeah, I think I'd rather be in a world of silence than in a world of darkness. You can read sign language, and I can feel the wind and see someone laughing. That's true. I mean, that's true. Yeah, I was just curious. That's all. I'll just put it out there. So long, so long. Yeah, he is. Ace is a really cool cat, and his channel is done really well too. If you haven't already subscribed to It's Your Boy Ace, to go and check him out. He's doing really well. Let's view that, shall we? You have a tiny hole in your retina and messed up how I see. I'd rather have good sight than good hearing. There you go, Tiriana. Renee has just put down my email address. If you want to write that down or type that in, go and please send me an email and see what we can do. I think you went to go and put in. Oh, Connie, yeah. Renee accidentally deleted your message. pressing those buttons again, eh, Renee? So, I went out for a dive last night, guys, and it wasn't like it's not the best night, but it was pretty, it was okay. We scored a few things. Noticing more and more, noticing more that there's less waste in some of the dumpsters that I enjoy diving at, especially just locally. That's a good thing, right? The stores aren't throwing away as much shit. And that's what we try and strive for. We were opening up, um, exposing corporate waste, and now we're seeing less corporate waste. So that's a great thing. There we go. Let's go for a quick walk outside. Grizz, what is up, Grizzly? Brother, how are you, my bro? We got Grizzly in the house, y'all. Grizz, I'm just trying out my new phone. It is super windy and cool out here today, but it's still a pretty nice day. Here we are outside. Not bad. Thought I'd come outside real quick so I can have a fag. Eesh, eesh. Grizz, how's things going with you, my bro? I notice you're diversifying your channel, and I noticed some cards, playing some doing some card reviews. Hey Michelle, you're not late, you're right on time. Michelle Brown. I hope you're well. Yeah, let's see the crows. Well, it's a bit windy for the crows. It is. It's a pretty beautiful day today, and I'm looking forward to utilizing that to going out. You're doing shorts with ripping sports cards. Oh, that's great to hear, Michelle. And you know what? You may not get the desired reception that you're experiencing right now, but I think you got to give things like a shot. You got to give it a chance and have a good crack at it. I haven't spoken to Grabbit well, I have recently, but not in a little bit. But we should definitely get back onto a call, my bro. Now that I got my new phone. Now, I'm just gonna go off screen here while I light my cigarette. They're changing the laws. like, like I'm telling you, man. I've been trying to start vaping so I can give up smoking cigarettes, and the vaping machines aren't really common here, and stores are just starting to bring them in, and some stores are making a really good profit out of selling vaping machines, the inhaling contraptions. Because they're disposable, you buy one that lasts for about 2 or 3 weeks, maybe even less, and they're really an aid here in Australia to help heavy smokers stop smoking. So, so I've been making a beeline towards smoking, starting vaping to give up smoking. Here's the thing. In July the 1st, the Australian government has just passed a law banning all vaping machines to be sold in stores. You can only get a prescription, which I don't think I'll have a trouble, any issue getting, but it's just, before you be able to get them with pretty relative ease without having to go over the counter to purchase, a vape. And looks like that's going to be the only way to do it now. Like like some of the bills that it takes so long for them to pass, but to criminalize, well, not to but to ban the sale of vapes and stuff like that. Just fucking, it blows my mind, man. Like some governments, where your heads are at, eh? And I can only speak for the Australian government because that's where I'm at. I can't speak for for any other country or what goes on with their governments. But I know it's crazy all over. It is crazy. Oh, Jackie, your daughter is moving to Texas at the end of the month. I'm going to miss it. Oh, I bet you are. But the beauty of technology is you can do FaceTime calls like straight away. It's just about like as almost as being there. You're tired, had a long day, work was busy. Well, have a good rest there, Renee. We're just chewing the fat here, mate. Nothing of any real interest. I was gonna play some games or something, but I wasn't too sure. I just thought, oh well, we'll just chew the fat for a little bit, shoot the breeze. She's going around rock. Nothing like helping folks out. Freaking government. Freaking is not the word I usually say. I know what you mean, Barbara. Oh, I really do. Yeah, I mean, I tell you, like, the rents are at an all-time high, and the Australian Federal Bank has, lifted interest rates to another inflation bracket for the 11th time in 2 years. Even as small as the percentage might be. So being a homeowner and someone that pays a mortgage is just like off the chain for most people. That we've created a new caste of a new caste group called the working poor. People are working jobs and have small families and are still on the poverty line because their wages aren't going up, but everything else is everything. Got a little bit of a curve going on. Yeah, that's true, Diver Oz. They are the vapes are a huge problem with kids. Kids are picking them up easily. My people, which people is that, Renee? Hi, Christy. How are you, Christy from Kansas? Long time no see, my friend. Wow, I'm telling you, Claudette. I mean, that's so encouraging. I love that you did that and it's sharing 9 years ago. Vaping. Yep, I'm down. Nice seeing you too, Connie. You're amazing. Oh, my people from New Zealand. Oh, okay. My peeps. Those are my people right there over in New Zealand. You see all the pukanas and all the Maori culture. I don't want to misspell it. Maori, Maori, which happens to be a, a colonized version of our name. We're actually called Tangata Whenua. The rents have gone up 70% in the last 3 years. Yep, my paycheck. Nope. No. Okay, Tiriana, thank you. I will check it out. Yes, but I said the Maori people. Yes, well, I'm sure you'll find our culture fascinating and very similar to other indigenous cultures in that we we grow as a community, we raise our children as a community, a community and family orientated society, and we're pretty bloody clever too. It was on channel here. Oh, okay. I'll have to check that one out if you can send me the link. Yes, Cindy. How did he get Maori out of that? Can you what do you mean, Mac? How do like have a good night or day over there? It's definitely day over here, Tiriana. Okay, I will then. You have a great if you're going, have a great night yourself. Oh, it's on cable. I got you. I got you. Yeah, but on YouTube, there's some fascinating videos about our people and like the indigenous people and some of our culture and customs and how it's being widely globally appreciated because it's just one of those last bastion cultures that haven't been like truly delved into by the Western world yet. Um, as I'm sure a lot of cultures have, like ancient ones. Ours is by not by far ancient. You heard a crow? So did I. I heard one too. Hey, Cynthia. How are you, friend? Good to see you. Your name pop up in the comments. We're just talking about your channel, about how diverse your channel is. I was talking about made me look out my window, Renee. Thank you, Cindy. Yes, I would appreciate any thumbs up or sharing of the live would be super awesome. Thank you so much. Because I know you've got another channel, right? You've got another channel going on at the same time too, Cynthia. Yeah, I was talking about earlier, Cynthia, about how I would love to redirect part of my channel into like sustainable growing, and because we're entering that period now where we're starting to grow the root vegetables, and because the weather's really so different here in Western Australia, it's mostly sunny and it doesn't go below freezing, so we don't experience ice or snow or anything like that, but except for harsh winds and maybe really cold nights. So growing is really really good here. Only thing that sucks here is the soil. You can't really do a dig in kind. You have to like build on top. Papa Smith, Ron, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. The name, what you call yourselves, is different. Like here, oh, okay, I see what you mean. So Maori is a word that's Maori has is a word that's it means ancient people, but it was adopted from other Pacific nations like Ta- Tahiti are Maori and Hawaii is Maoli. So very similar in I'm screwing this all up. Must be too early. Don't know, quite know how to try and explain it. If you have a little bit of knowledge, you'll know what I mean. But yeah, it's I'll get there. Good to see you too, my friend. Yeah, but I'm digressing. I was talking about self-efficient growing of plants and doing a gardening because dumpster diving is in a sense a modern way of being self-efficient. However, dumpster diving for a long term won't be as sustainable as people are becoming more aware of environment and community, and the fact that we expose people or large corporate food chains that this waste is happening. They're doing it less. They're doing it less by ordering properly the right amount, and it has a trickle down effect. The more we push the fact that we're exposing all this waste, the more that they order properly from the farmers that they contract to grow their produce for them. So we'll experience farmers actually getting a better pay. That's what we hope for, anyway. Good night, Anne. Talk to you all later, Anne. You love the new logo, Claudette? Thank you, Claudette. I can't take the credit for it. Um, Grab It Fast actually got that one done for me. As you know, Juan did the first one, the round with the bee in it. He did that logo for me, and I've used it for 2 years pretty solidly as my brand. But I thought it was time for a bit of a change, and yeah, just thought it was time for just a little bit of a change. So we went for some whole new colors, a whole new look, whole new font, and yeah, it's growing on me. I just gotta. I'm loving the process of where it'll lead. So yeah, it's fun. Have you guys been enjoying my new thumbnails too? Like I really cottoned down on doing my yeah. I'll grab as my bro, and just like Grizz is my bro. But Michelle, how much did you pay for your watermelon? Was it an outrageous, outlandishly, like scandalous price? Good morning, Elfie. How are you? ¿Cómo está? $2? Is that you paid $2 for half a watermelon? Is that crazy prices? $2 for half a watermelon. 8.49. Whoa. Okay. Watermelons must grow somewhere, right? Someone's growing watermelons somewhere. You know, we, you know what the problem with us these days is that we connect with people. Yeah, well, it's real nice and a nice change, Big B. I'm enjoying the change, too. I'm embracing it, and yeah, I'm just having fun with it. And it was about time too. And it wasn't a big one either. Yeah, growing your own food is definitely a wonderful way. Look, it was a way that used to be, think back to it. I want you guys to think back to a time where we were with our parents. Did our parents grow vegetables and have a garden? You know, I don't know about the United States. There's always been big stores because you've had like huge cities. But where I grew up, every area had a corner store, had a greengrocer, had a butcher, and a fishmonger, and you would find these little stores dotted everywhere in like small communities, and these were business owners that took care of their community. They they all lost business when people thought it was way more convenient to go to a one supermarket where you could get everything under one roof. It was convenience. And then we lost the relationship with these small businesses, and then we lost touch with growing vegetables for ourselves because we had all of this variety. And next minute we're getting fruit and vegetables from all over the world. Like, it wasn't bad enough we just had one cabbage. Now we've got like four different Chinese cabbages and like all these other varieties of cabbage. I just want a cabbage, right? Just for example, go to the stores and go to a cereal shelf that you had to choose over about four or five. Now there's 45 and 10 different colors. It's like, man, if we grow our own vegetables, then we learn to control our consumption, like in these stores. We let the stores dictate our lives and how we shop and how we buy, and but if we put that control back into our hands and, like grow our own vegetables, things that we enjoy eating and love, then the price of anything wouldn't be anything. Exactly, Papa Smith. You grow small watermelons, but I never know when they're ready. If you're just talking about just normal watermelons, and I'm sure Cynthia will agree with me, it's like when I grow watermelons, just the normal round dark green based watermelons. Usually the pestle that connects to the watermelon will go brown and brittle, and I can like snap it off easy, and that's usually an indication for me. Yeah, plus even if I'm too early, I would crack one open and then I would go, oh, there's 2 more weeks left on that. And same here, Papa Smith. Like, Ron, straight up, my parents, like my dad was the green fingers. Actually, they both were. They were both amazing gardeners. But my dad was super keen, because he dug it up and all that. Plus, the earth was really rich in New Zealand. He would let us pick up with all the stuff and go house developments and sell everything. People have gotten away from the foods that are easily grown. Yes, easily grown. Like, you don't even need to, like, some stuff you don't even need to water. You just throw the seed in, and every now and again sprinkle a bit of water over it, and it will grow, man. Self-seeding tomatoes, a lot of root vegetables, the potatoes that we get from the store when they go green and they start rooting. We would just toss them into the rubbish, and then we should just chuck them into a bucket of dirt and watch them grow. Overshaped ones. Okay. I don't think there are. Um, yeah, well, there must. Are there female and male watermelons? Someone do a Google search on that. I'm sure it's that they just come from flower. There must be like male and female. I mean, like I'm sure they can pollinate off the same plant. Or is that marrow? Oh, I'm confused now. Peas were my favorite. Mine too. Green peas. Only female watermelon. All right. Yes, I've always been inspired by Cynthia's, um, growing, growing the vegetable vlogs, and because I've always been a keen gardener, but I guess I was too afraid to, to lose views and subscribers, and now I sort of like, well, but this is really important. So, so I've been talking with this company, Cynthia. I've been talking with this company about doing like an indoor hydroponics version. I've checked out the system and done a lot of research on it, and it is so easy. It is so easy. You plant it in by seed. It's a PVC tower. It has a small pump that flows water up to the top and then lets it filtrate down to these little pockets that are dotted around the PVC tubing, right down to a base. And there's like 24 holes in them where you can plant like above ground leafy greens and all sorts of vegetables, even fruits. And I want to give the system a go and create a home version, an indoor home version on your bench where you can grow herbs and vegetables. But I'm gonna yeah, okay, absolutely, yeah, yeah. There's a lot of that. It, I want to try and utilize the platform to show that like how easy it is to utilize one of those and like do the costs and all of that, and even be as a means to like make money to to be able to supply one or two of your local restaurants of some of your fresh produce. The beauty about this system is that there's a turnaround of 30 days. It has a turnaround of 30 days because they provide you with this food plant syrup that is like a root blast. It just makes them take off, and it's not genetic. They're not nothing's genetically engineered or anything. It just it just provides the optimum growing potential of whatever plant that you're thinking out. And so I want to give that a go and do like a series of videos. So I've got a couple of sample units coming in, and so I want to do like a whole unpack and set it up, and then vlog it for over 30 days. And I've got two units coming, so I'm going to like offset them and also go to a local restaurant and ask for if people want to purchase fresh on the regular, and then hopefully utilize that money to buy more units, and so then I can start growing for like certain soup kitchens and always have fruit and vegetables available for the community, and sort of step away from dumpster diving for retail stuff, and then approaching stores without having to go, cut out the middleman, which would be the dumpster itself. But yeah, a bit of planning, a lot of planning. Yep, you can grow anything out of water through that. You can. Yes, that's so true, Barbara. Yep, I mean, not only are we frugal and thrifty, and we don't want to waste. it's about trying creating zero waste in your house as well. So if there's anything that I've learnt from dumpster diving or scavenging has been recycling. So we got three separate bins for our house. We have one for just paper and cardboard. Um, all of our food, but all of our food waste, barring meat, meat gets frozen and then tossed out because it doesn't because we have a wildlife problem here. If I was to bury meat into the garden for it to decompose, meat and stuff like that, it would attract animals. And next minute you'll be, that's for me, because I just got bit by a snake. But if all of the food waste gets tossed into the garden, and then just normal household stuff, which is just some plastics, and all the bottles into a separate area as well. Oh, cool. I wasn't sure. That's all. Oh, mushrooms. Yeah, I've seen how easy they are to grow too. Mushrooms, and I love mushrooms. Okay, so the fruit isn't female or male; it's the flower. I got you. The strain on a but tell me, oh, I know, man. Straight up. Yeah, it is, and it's not a I think we also get wiser uh, to Cynthia. Before we were look purposely looking for the big hauls because we always believed that that's what mattered, but we realized that's not what matters. What matters is the good things that dumpster diving produces from it, whether it's just enough for our household and enough to share with some family and friends, but to get these mega hauls like I see Tiffany Cherie pull out 20 boxes of chips, which is I guess is easy to donate. Donating is its own thing as well. I've just become wiser to the fact that I'm not going to go and break my ass to produce something that's these mega jackpot hauls that aren't there anymore and not worry about it. Oh yeah, I hear Double D is back. Yeah, all their cauliflower. I found tons of leeks and cauliflower and bags of broccoli and but yeah, I never kept much for myself. But almost always went to um, donation. Yes, he's got one video out, and I'm really liking what he's doing too. I see he's taking his time with his editing, and he's mixing it up with a bit of dumpster diving and what's going on in his everyday life. I think it's a really smart move. He's given it a lot of thought. Scott is a really clever man as well. He's not silly, and he's pretty fit. Yeah, he's pretty fit. See, he's still got a storage unit. Now I'm really excited. Scott's back. Yeah, he's a top bloke. Our man Scott. It'd be good to get together with him and do some kind of collaboration. Did you get everything straightened out with Facebook? Nah, bro. Far out, Grizz. Well, I haven't. Well, here's the thing. Last month, I look on my monetization and it says I will get paid out in April. And all of this amount. So I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited. However, I'm still seeing the warning sign about me not being able to get paid out. So there's that. But I've put all my eggs in one basket, Grizz. I'll tell you, my bro, I put all my eggs in one basket, and and even though I said I wouldn't, I did. I already spent the money in my head. So I'm letting, if it doesn't come to fruition, I'm setting myself up for a big letdown. And I did, that didn't come through. So I'll get another email from Facebook saying, congratulations, you can now, earn and receive payments. However, that warning message is still up there, so I don't know, man. I don't know. So to answer that question, no, I haven't sorted it out. That sucks major sick balls. I love straining and oh. You scored a lot of organic butter. Yummy! Straight up. I scored a whole heap of butter out of the dumpster maybe about 3 weeks ago. We've only just finished it. Like a whole box of butters. Now, there were 2 or 3 packets that were up. They were like sort of semi-open. Butter is so freaking expensive here. It's $6 a pound of butter. $6 a pound. That's only 500 grams, less than half a kilo, which means it's 12, 13, $14 for 1 kilo, or that would be half a pound for you guys. Half a pound of butter, Australian. That's what the fuck, man. That makes me want to swear. Do you have a YouTube channel, Diving with Pepper? She sure does, Jackie. Can someone... You got hacked in December, haven't been paid for video ad revenue since January? No way, Grizz. Fuck. Can someone put down Cynthia's channel link for me for Jackie? $5 a pound here. Yeah, but your $5, right? American is like $8 Australian, right? That's just like $8 Australian. Thank you, Renee. There you go, Jackie. That's the link to Cynthia's YouTube channel, and then you'll see the links on her homepage to her other channel. And of course, anyone else that isn't already subscribed to Cynthia, go and check out her channel and go and support her and say hey. Yeah, so look, we're only human. We can only focus on one thing at a time. I mean, we can have juggle a lot of things, and if we drop a couple, well, that's all right. I've still got like 6 or 7 things still up in the air. But yeah, it's hard to become a master of something when you're juggling so many different things, right? So I guess we just put our ducks in a row and then just address one at a time as when we need it. You're welcome, Cynthia. What are we if we can't support each other? Yeah, can you drop Grizz's link as well? Well, those that aren't, thank you for the hearts, Alfie. Awesome, awesome, Jackie. Yeah. So, we want to be self-efficient. I still want to continue dumpster diving, but not to. And with my daughter with me now, it makes it a lot more exciting because she's keen to jump in the dumpster and have a rummage around. As I'm sure it's the same for Grabbit having his young fella on there. Um, and I see Curbside Junkies have got their kids involved in their dumpsters as well. And why not? Let's teach the younger generation that that it's not that you can survive. Going into a dumpster to search for stuff that you may need could be in there, and not be feel bad or feel that it's a disgusting activity, that it's actually beneficial, that it actually works, and some good can come from it as long as you take the necessary precautions and make sure that you're safe, make sure that you stay healthy, from it, and start them young so then you can develop a good judge of character, a good sense of what is good and what is not so good, and developing those senses and that palate, and just getting experience starting young. You know, all my kids have been dumpster diving with me in the past. Um, I, I've got a couple there that still do that and still do it. They're um, they're not shocked or embarrassed. That's what I want to say. They're not embarrassed by. If someone goes, "Hey, that's yuck! What are you doing? Oh, you got there from the dumpster. Yuck!" It's like, oh, well, bye. It doesn't faze them. Oh yeah, one loves it, one not at all. Oh well, 50-50 ain't too bad. 2 out of 3 ain't bad. I think yeah, Meatloaf said it best. Yeah, my God, yeah, she did. You got plenty of videos of what your daughter wanted after it was out of the dumpster. But getting in there, no, oh no, lady, you go in there, you go get it. But I want it. Amy, hi, Amy Miller. How are you today, this evening? Claudette saying hi to Amy. And oh, I made my kids do it. They didn't have a choice. They were they go into the car like, I don't want to go. Get in the car. Hurry up. Jump in there. Have a rummage around there. Headed to bed. Night, Big Ben and Chad. Good night, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us and popping in with your wonderful nuggets of knowledge and all that. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. So yeah, trying to diversify the channel. Um, Dumpster diving is as long as there's corporate or food chain stores or retail chain stores, there will always be waste. They will always throw away stuff as long as they produce second-rate products and people buy them. There will always be returns because you can never make everybody happy. So there will always be trash and there'll always be waste. Oh, like one of the questions or comments I get a lot is about um, how the food looks when it's in the dumpster. You know, when I'm like, especially for me, I don't get stuff that are in bags that are boxed or in packages. Most of the stuff I find is produce and of course packaged stuff. You know, but I find a lot of loose produce, a lot of loose fruit, a lot of loose vegetables. And when you look into the dumpster and see all that, it looks terrible. It does. But when I separate it away from the rubbish, all that food, and then I lay it out on my bench, it looks like shopping. It looks like groceries. It looks like it just come off the supermarket shelf or the supermarket floor, right? Looks like it just come from there. You'd never know the difference if I showed you that first and then I showed you where it come from. The same fruit and vegetables. Food only looks like trash when it's amongst a lot of trash, right? Food only looks like rubbish when it's amongst a lot of rubbish. But when you separate it from the rubbish and put it in its own category, it's back to food again. It always was food. It's our mental perception of how we view it, how we see it, and how we move forward with it. When you go and select a banana from the shelf, when you go into the fruit monger or the fruit and veggie shop, you're not going to go and get blemished bananas. You're going to get the nice ones. You're going to get the nice bunch. You're going to peel off the nice, perfectly yellow ones, the nice size, and you're not going to go to the ones that got little black dots on them. You're not. You know, and it's the same for in the dumpster. When it's in the dumpster, it looks like crap, but when you take it away from there, boom. That's true. True. People pick for different reasons, you know, and I guess it's an environment thing, you know. It's an environment thing. Like I see a lot of people pass up eggs in the United States. It's because when you sell your eggs, that they're refrigerated. So when they're out of the refrigeration, they're like, oh man, they're gone bad. They've gone off. Over here, we don't refrigerate our eggs. So when I see them in the dumpster, they're automatically good to me. You know, and as long as I check the dates on them and I do the sync test, everything's tickety boo. But eggs are freaking expensive, man. Come on, eggs are expensive, bro. I'll be taking those bad boys, throwing out the broken ones, and keeping all the good ones, and then making them, put them in a nice. I keep egg cartons, you know, because sometimes the egg cartons that I take out of the dumpster are a little bit broken or wet or whatever, and I just transfer them into nice, fresh, clean egg cartons, and you just never know the difference. Never know the difference at all. Yeah. But we can be a little bit picky, even myself. Jack, yeah, I like bruised banana. Yeah, well, the thing is, I like bruised bananas too. Why do I like bruised bananas? I like I can't take too many bruised bananas because there's only like my missus loves the bananas because she can cook bread and muffins and cakes and that's exactly what she does with them. But she makes it like that, like almost like pouring out of the skin, right? Because she don't like mushing them up, so she lets them go really. Good night, Amy. Good night. Your diarrhea smells like sour milk. What does sour milk smell like? Your diarrhea. Yeah, but what does egg breads? We are you. We are you, Renee. Deal to that. I can think of way worse things that things can smell of than diarrhea. Then Claudette, you're so nice. You're so nice. So nice and so kind. I'm evil. Yeah. So, but I do notice that, especially around the food, can be picky, and you should be. You should be picky. You should only take the things that you're comfortable with, instead of just taking just anything that's willy nilly, because it's there. And I think the camera do the food more justice than you should. Oh, I saw that too. Oh, it's not uncommon though. What is it? Eggy breads. It's not uncommon. Where bears are common, to find them come out of a campus bin, and I don't know. I seen one. I put up a short video of a someone filming a bear climbing into the dumpster, and then no more than like 30 seconds later, a woman carrying her rubbish to the same bin, and she was just about to open up the lid. She was just about to open up the lid, and then the video cut out. That was crazy. Oh, Renee, can you drop the email address again, please? Thank you. What else? What else is news on YouTube? Double D is making a wonderful comeback. I see there's a lot of new channels emerging as well. Thank you, Renee. I see Loving the Dumpsters is man just killing it. It's hit just over 40,000 subscribers on their channel. They've been around for maybe 3 or 4 months. Nice junk. How are you, Dan? Dan the man in the house. How are you, Dan? Nice junk in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Jennifer. Hi, Jennifer. How are you? Oh, yeah. Well, of course, Nice Junk is a fellow Canadian custodian. He's been putting out a some cool videos of him doing scrapping and and that he's a retired gentleman and looking for things to do. So he's loaded up, hitched up a trailer and started going around scrapping. I'm pretty good, thank you, Dan. And yeah, one of his videos, he took us on a nice walk around in an abandoned farmyard that had a whole heap of these old cars on there. That was pretty cool. So yeah, your friend had left grapes on the picnic table. Sure enough, boobied the river. Oh, what a bad beer. Shoe beer. that would have been funny. You're back. Welcome back, Ron. I bet it would be a lot of fun. I see that sort of stuff as a lot of fun too, bro. I like looking through the remnants of an age gone by. Especially around the early part of the the 20th century and stuff like that. I love the 1950s and 1960s American cars, and always watch the videos about like people finding abandoned sheds filled with cars like that. Bedtime for you. Good night, B. Good night, Michelle. Thank you for being part of our chat. Got my coffee ready to go all night. Well, let's go. Let's go then, my friend. Let's head inside real quick. Get comfy. Pretty cool out there tonight, today. Wind is blowing. No crows in here though, Renee. Hang on, hang about. Go get something from my room. Something. There we go. So it has been a lot of fun going out dumpster diving with my daughter lately. Hope you guys have been enjoying the videos. Mac, you're heading off tonight, Barbara? Your elbows are so big I could pack them. Well, I'll see you next time, Mac. I'll see you on the next video, which I'll be dropping like in the next day or two. So keep an eye out. Keep an eye out for it. Love and blessings to you. I think I went a bit too heavy on the shaving here yesterday. I'm gonna like we're going to trim these bits off here. That's all right. I'll just point you in that direction here for just a second. Yes, so yeah, I've got went out the other night, my daughter and I. So we've got another video coming real soon, which is pretty exciting. We found a whole heap of eggs, and I've been wanting to do a little bit of a cooking segment, but I'm just missing some vital pantry ingredients to make it like a real whiz banger. Otherwise, I was going to do chef style scrambled eggs. Yeah, chef style scrambled eggs, which I love. Who in here loves eggs? Eggy bread, you're just a no brainer on that one. And tell me, what's your favorite way to have eggs? Me, I love eggs. I can have eggs any way. Boiled, over easy, sunny side up, fried, poached, omelette, French toast, baked and as a quiche. Yeah, but this last haul we found a whole heap of dozens and dozens of eggs, and tins of baked beans, fresh out of the dumpster. Cindy, I like boiled eggs and I love deviled eggs. Oh yeah, I love deviled eggs too. Yep. I love the nice creamy yolk just being piped into the whites. Yeah, just that one mouthful, touch of curry. Come on now. Oh, eggs Benedict. Yep, definitely with the hollandaise sauce. A nice poached egg. Do you have it over ham or do you have it over salmon, Ron? Love eggs over easy. Nice junk. Sorry, B, thought you were diving with your wife and I commented low. Love eggs anyway. Oh, yeah, no, I saw that. I didn't bother correcting you. I mean, she's just another one of my darlings. Spinach and mushroom omelette with garlic and a little cheese. Oh, nice. I certainly like the sound of that. Oh, Canadian bacon for your okay, Canadian bacon. That's another way of doing eggs Benedict. Certainly like the sound of that, Blue, and the spinach and the mushroom omelette. Nice. Nice. I like seafood omelette. I don't know if you guys are seafood crazy, but I certainly like doing like a lobster tail or a crab meat omelette. And I don't like my omelettes too dry. I like a little bit of wetness in it too, because I just prefer it nice and creamy that way. I do mix in a little bit of just a touch of double cream in there, just to lift up the creaminess of it all. Now I watched this Japanese chef where he makes an omelette and he flips it over itself, and then he rolls it onto a pile of rice, and then he slices it down the middle, and it opens up like a flower. This creamy, wet, eggy, like awesomeness. Oh, okay. I don't know what's going on there. Hey, Belle, how are you? Everyone, welcome in. Belle in the house. I've got to go. It's been wonderful here and been a wonderful visit, and it's been wonderful to have you here with us too, Jackie. Always a pleasure seeing your name pop up in the comments. Uh, thank you so much love and appreciation for you. You only like eggs and potato salad. Well, that's one thing. So Belle's doing some interesting stuff there too. Renee's, I think, Renee, are you over in you're one of Belle's moderators? I did watch from a distance, Belle, one of your battle with Belle. I thought that was pretty interesting. Oh, I'm in a seafood diet too, Papa. Yeah, me too. And only not only is it seafood diet, but I only eat on days beginning with T, right? I only eat on days beginning with T. Today and tomorrow. Renee is always a great competitor, nevertheless. Battle with Belle will be a great platform to be able to test your. She's good at the old trivia. We would do battles on Discord for the music trivia, eh, Renee? Yeah, she's pretty good at that. But there was some like, what? What is that one? Yeah, yeah, and the ones that end with Y. Yeah, I love that. Jennifer, you love the T-shirt. Thank you. Yeah, I've had this for quite some time now. Yep, I Not only do I love my heavy metal bands, especially from that era, but I love like band T-shirts. Yeah, that's why that's one of the things I enjoy watching about Briefkiss. It's just such a wide range of vintage T-shirts. Sometimes I watch just to see what T-shirt she's wearing this month. You know, it's a funny thing. Too the comparison to Americans' um, way of life, and maybe Canadians as well, to say Australia and New Zealand. Because when we went to school, we had to go to school in a uniform, and it was grey. It'd be a grey long sleeve shirt in winter time with a thicker style pants, shorts that went around about the knee length like knickerbockers, and but it was all grey with the colour of your school on a V neck um, jersey or jumper. Right, so there was no wearing different clothes every day and being and having labeled clothing and just being classed out for not there's not this thing about having a different change of clothes, keeping up with the Joneses, I suppose, is one way of looking at it. It was everyone was uniformed right from 11 years old right through till 17 years old before you went moved on to college or community college or whatever like that, university. So um, so I don't change a lot really. I have a lot of black t-shirts, a lot of black clothing. Big B, it would be an honor for you to come play on Battle with Bell. Well, I did come and check it out. Yeah, I'm not on Discord as much, but unless you're talking about Bell, somewhere crazy. Oh yeah, I'm way behind on the comments, but I'll catch up. Oh, hey, Titiana, try again, and I'll have another look. See if you can't like write in the words to your address as opposed to numbers. Yeah, but I don't think you can do it on here. But try it on email. Hi there, Carolina County Homesteading 101. I'm sure you did go to school on I wore normal. Hi Nelly, hello, greetings and welcome. Welcome to anyone that's joined the chat. I appreciate and thank you in advance for giving me a thumbs up and liking the live stream. It's just gone past 5 past 11 a.m. here in Western Australia. Just come on here real quick just to chew the fat and shoot the breeze, give you guys a bit of an update, just talk about willy-nilly things randomly. And dumpster diver. So, Todd, what's it up? What's up? Psychotic in the house. Sorry you were late. Was at the store. Well, glad you can make it. You are never late. Judy May Collins. Hi there, Judy May. Good morning. Good evening to you. So yeah, we were just touching base with Southern Belle, who's got an auction show off her channel, as well as a Battle with Belle, which is fun trivia competition, best out of three. Um, um, Challenges, which was lots of fun to watch. Um, I think the last one I watched it was with a young gentleman named Ian and yourself, and talking. I think the battle was a to and fro of I don't know if you heard of a game called a ship came into the harbor and it was filled with, and the container was filled with a brand of, and then you would say then you would say movies, and then you would go around until someone couldn't name it, and then they would go bow bow, you're out, and then ultimately there'd only be a one-on-one battle, um, and you just carry on. So it's sort of similar to that, right? Right, Mel? Sort of just a playoff on it. Whoever can't answer. Well, I think you should like narrow it down. Like, oh, maybe I should just jump on and we can have a crack. Have any of you tried pickled eggs? Let me just say that. Any of you guys have tried pickled eggs? Plus, Todd, how is the Discord go? Is it still going? I haven't had a phone for 3 months, so I've just got this phone, and so yeah, I haven't been getting any like notifications. I don't even think I've got Discord on this phone yet. Yo, you just canned 100 pounds of food that was going to be put in dumpster. So what do you do with it? Do you just keep that for yourself, or do you continue going on dumpster diving and canning this food, and then do you give the canned food away, or do you just hold on to it for? You made 2 quarts of pickled eggs last week. Yes, you should jump on and try it out after all the contestant picks the categories. So you can pick the things that you expertise in. I'd like to make it fair though, so I would like to know that at least who I'm competing with has got like some knowledge. So you want it like pretty general. Um, nah, but it was fun though. It looked like fun. That's the main thing. Yuck, pickled eggs. Did you have a bad experience with pickled eggs, Cindy? Did you have a bad experience with them? Hi, Susan. Hi there. Welcome to the chat. Yeah, I love pickled eggs. You can make them sweet. You can make them however you dictate the taste of how the pickled eggs can be. Yeah, I love pickled eggs too. You did a huge donation yesterday, Susie was saying, to Siouxland Soup Kitchen for the homeless shelter here in Iowa. Awesome. Amazing. Thank you so much for what you do, Susan. I appreciate that. There are 3. Ask the audience just in case there is a topic that I know nothing about. Oh, okay, that makes it fair. I was never put in. It was never put in dumpster. I had someone called to ask me to come pick it up. Oh, I got you. I put up and share with the community, especially canning for the elderly. Love your work. Love it. Yep. In fact, yeah, when I separate, when I process what I process, there's a keep and then there's a donate. Um, my first thought is always toward um, the pensioners. Pickled pickles. So, Carolina Country homesteading. Can we have someone, please? Um, do you make content about this, Carolina? Because if you do, let's share your. All those bread dumpsters. Trying to get a camera to film, but hubby is out of work, so have to wait for a bit. Okay, okay. Have you got a phone that films? You don't need a flash camera. I started one was like filming with a really crappy phone, and it was like really crappy, but it was the beginning and creating the community. I'm not trying to force it on you. I'm just thinking sometimes we just use what we have just to get started. Getting started is always the toughest part. Um, yeah, well, the bread is a gold mine, and here's the issue with it. If you see that all of my videos have tons of bread on it all the time, I would have a real issue processing that amount of bread 3 times a week, every week. It's hard enough to donate, but I mean, if I was to process it into, I'd I'd have a blender doing bread non-stop for three or 4 days, and by which part I would be on to the next batch of bread. It would be an ongoing, full-time exercise. Believe me when I say, because in the early days I tried. In fact, I took a dumpster load of bread that a lot of it went bad on me within the 24 hours that I'd had it, so I could move it through me. Yeah. So it made me really weary. And one time I took a whole heap of bread to donate, and the food bank. This was at a food bank, wouldn't accept it. So I ended up with like a trunk load and a backseat load of bread. Even when I went around to the churches and they already had full baskets of bread to give away, I gave away some of it, but I ended up with so much. And that happened to me 2 or 3 times. And I had to make a decision. It was either the quality of living in my household, and the space that we were limited to, all this food that was going bad, because we can't even feed the birds with it. It's illegal to feed the wildlife here because the abundance of them. Like, yeah, it's hard to explain. Pickled eggs, ew, says Renee. Hello, hello. Oh, I see. I got you. Hey, no, no worries. No worries. Yeah, I've no worries about that, Tiriana. You should tell him I'll send him the t-shirt as well. Oops, sorry, but I had to take a phone call. Terrible. Um. So yeah, that's the crazy thing about bread. But you are right; it's a gold mine every week for someone. So I do have a friend. I do have a friend I call. He has a small farm out in Pinjarra. and a few animals. So I do call him up when I do see a lot of it, and he'll come by and swing by and try and pick up as much. So um, yeah, but just not so much the bread. The bread is just an overbaked and oversupplied abundant resource. Like that's one dumpster you see in my videos, but there's probably 7 or 8 dumpsters that look like that dotted around just my local area. And then if you think about like citywide, it's crazy. And also, what I find crazy is when I watch American dumpster diving videos, I don't see hardly any bread at all. I see everything else but bread. I might see the odd box of bread. That's thing. What do you guys do with it? It's just the complete opposite. Over here, I come across tons of fruit and vegetables. I don't see a lot of that. There's a few channels out there like Vault Diving, come across bin loads of fruit and vegetables. Um, I mean, I do see a lot, but not the way that I see it. Like I see a lot of packaged stuff. I see a lot of loose bananas and stuff like that. But a lot of the fruit and vegetables that I find are loose. They're not in packages. Bread is super hard to find. You mean in the dumpsters? I don't know. This your stores must buy the exact amount, or I have no idea why that is so. That's true. Americans eat a lot of bread, really? We are fat. It gets ate before it goes bad. Oh man, you're talking to a nation that puts everything between everything between two pieces of bread, like pies and man, yeah, I just you know we put everything in sandwiches. When you look at the population though, look at all the waste. There's only 24 million. Like okay, just in this state alone, there's 2 million people. Right, that's not a lot. Okay, but still, we have all of this bread that's been overbaked and over. I think there's probably like it must be just the bakery side of thing because we have a lot of tons of bakery. I don't know, but it must blow you guys away to see all the bread. Yet go into your own dumpsters and you don't see the same thing. I'm talking about my dumpsters from the bottom to the top, filled with so many different like variations, sourdough and wheat and grain and multigrain and brown whites and baguettes. Every kind of bread is like mind blowing. Buy fresh every day. In Texas, there are bread thrift stores. Well, okay, I can understand that. I mean, that makes sense. Why you wouldn't come across any? Yeah, same. That's where I go to Diver Oz. As you've seen, that we have dumpsters, full dumpsters that are just for baked goods. They put other shit in there, but I mean they just baked goods, and it's just maniacal when you see it filled to the top. It's just wow, it blows my mind. It's crazy. Well, that's true. My wife is Italian. That's why I'm. That's why your wife is Italian. So she forces you to eat it. That's what it is. Same with mine. My wife's Maori. That's why I'm fat. They have. Oh, I bet they would. Italians are just food masters. They've created a generation, a food generation. Yep, it's crazy. Yep. No, it's yeah, but man, I've had my issues with with comments about the bread and stuff like that, and uh, I'll probably be a second. Um, but yeah, that's my thing with bread. Um, I love bread, but I shouldn't. I should eat less of it. Yeah. Um. So yeah, Bell. If I can get a head camera, I could do videos when I can. Yeah. If you're able to wear a head camera, Carolina, obviously, having your hands free, would be beneficial. Um. All your, £100 of canned goods, uh, sold online or in a or at a flea market at like a dollar a can. A dollar a can. If there's £2, or how what's the weight of the can? If you could sell like homemade baked goods at a dollar a can, could certainly help supplement the income in the house. Look at the way of, instead of trying to create content, but generating an income utilizing your canned goods and your home baked skills. Um, um, yeah. Do you do that? Do you generate income using your home canned goods and stuff like that? Never trust a skinny. Yeah, all the best ones were all the big ones. Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Bella, definitely come along and oh, night, Tiriana. Sorry you weren't able to but we'll get you some merch sooner or later. Um, no, I know I get my jars back when I share. They just eat the contents. You do sell jams, preserves, and jellies, eggs, body soap, laundry. Wow. Okay. I think that's where we should direct our energies towards. We should direct our energies towards how do you get the word out so then you can sell more goods while your hubby is out of work, that you're able to um, be able to provide a small income stream, until things get back online, get back on track. Need to go, got to get to bed and bath. I work at 6 tomorrow. Good night, Renee. Thank you for being such an awesome moderator, as always. Yeah. Like, do you sell them on the market? like go to market days or galas or fetes or market weekends or something, or do you just sell on? You just go on Facebook or whatever, and or the local shop? You sell locally by word of mouth. Okay. Would you be interested in like selling more and earning more that way, and that becoming like a like maybe there's some government grant that you could tap into that would give you an X amount of money, so then you can like legitimize it, like upgrade some of your um, utensils or buy in more material, like get like a small $5,000 grant that the local government can provide, or if there's some small business scheme to help you get do a business starter program where they'll give you a little bit of money and you develop a business plan, and so then you can get the equipment you need, so then you can just keep selling them off, and the money you make you just buy more jars. I'm just trying to think of ways of that half the reason dumpster diving is the way that it is. It doesn't only supplement your income by helping you save money from not spending it on those items, but to be able to turn what you find into money, and therefore creating an income or a, a steady stream of a source of money. Because cash flow is important in life. Unfortunately, we all need it to survive. But there's certain things that we can do that turns literally nothing or something with minimal investment to turn it over into a margin for profit. Oh, okay. Yeah, well, I mean, sure, sure. Dumpster diving ingredients would certainly not allow you to. Yeah, yeah, that's the, yeah, I guess word of mouth is the best way. Yeah, that's, yeah, yeah. You'd also have to register your kitchen, but that depends on the certain items. That I've done some research about what you can sell from your house and what you can't sell from your house, based on the health and safety regulations of. Now it's different state to state, but I was looking at the federal laws where it sort of blankets everything, and then of course every city and county has their own health safety, food safety regulations and ordinances, like according to your state or your county or even your city or town, right? But federally, they do allow non-registered kitchens or non-regulated kitchens to do things like baked goods or 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 home craft cooking, which is like jams and jars, jams and preservatives. But when you start going in, because they use low risk ingredients, but when you start going into things like meat and seafood, there's a whole speck of regulations and safety precautions and all of those things that you talk about involved with kitchen, and it has to be commercialized. But if you do home baked cooking, because every household does it, because well, not every household, but generally speaking, over a blanket, every household uses an oven to cook some sort of food or uses a stove top. So, but there's a word for it. It's just off the top of my head. No, I love what you're doing. Of course, what you're doing is absolutely correct. Just when you gave me the news about like your husband is out of work, that in the meantime that it's a source of income. Never take the joy, let money take the joy out of what you do, which is why I don't let the joy of monetization, or I don't let monetization take the joy of what I'm doing for dumpster diving. However, the topic of dumpster diving for me, or here in Australia, or at least for me in my part of Australia, is not a sustainable thing. So, like, if I was to ask myself, am I still going to be dumpster diving in 5 years' time? According to the way things are going, as far as um, food retail stores are looking towards environment and landfill, probably not. Probably won't be diving in Coles and Woolies for for major things aside from what I might need for my own household. Won't be sustainable. It won't be. So, but retail for sure. No one cares about the retail on the corporate side of things. That's so cool. No, I really, really do appreciate that, Carolina. Yeah, and I do. I try and be as formative as I can with what I find. But um, my sense of community is trying to help those, right? My sense of community is trying to help those that are one or two paychecks away from homelessness. I don't really deal with homelessness because as the services that are available for people that are homeless is really good in our area. So our homeless get fed and taken. I mean, they still have to sleep rough, so there's no accommodation, but they're always fed, and they're always provided for as far as like clothing and cleanliness and hygiene and stuff like that. So the homeless do pretty good here. Plus, they actually get an income even though they don't have any fixed abode. However, they manage to work their way around it. So they do draw a social security income, and then so I'm trying to take care of the people that are just on their way out. I stop the wolves from knocking on their door. Do we have another moderator in here? Bell, you're gonna have to. I made you a moderator so you can drop your channel. Do you know how to do that? do you still? Can you do that yet? I just made you a moderator. If you wanted to drop your, if you wanted to drop your link for Carolina, you can. Um, and Diver Oz's as well. Nice. The Bell's pick is what you see there with the monogram right there. The picture you see next to her name, Carolina. There you go. There's her link if you wanted to double check it. Oh, Todd was in the house. Yeah. So I'm going to have to like jump off real soon, because I have an interview with a young gentleman who is doing a sort of like a documentary about dumpster divers and the high cost of living in Australia, and so I'm looking forward to doing that. Plus, I got approached by a young lady I'm here, but I'm also busy killing zombies. But I'm also being put in as a feature for a student journalist for their university paper called the Western something, or rather the Western Independent or something. It's a university paper, so that's going to be pretty cool as well. Her name is Susan, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Plus, um, 3 hours, yeah, just about 2.25 hours, and I know that is a quick chat. That is a quick chat when it comes to Big B. Yeah, otherwise, if we were in real time and you were to come over to my house and I'd make you a cup of tea, we'd probably go through a whole pot of tea, right? We'd go through a whole pot of tea, a packet of biscuits, and we talk about from everything from here to Timbuktu, and we wouldn't stop until we just get until our sides got better because we were laughing so hard, and that could take hours. Yeah. But no, I do have to take off this time, and I super appreciate you guys. Please keep an eye out, right? Keep an eye out for a new video coming out. It's of me and Sapphire um, going out and finding some more treasures and posting out a lot of shorts. A lot of people are like in two minds about the shorts, but here's the reality of the shorts. They drive traffic, to the channel. So even though you might see a lot of them and it's not to your cup of tea, do us a favor, give it a like for us, make a comment, and share it around if you can. Certainly would appreciate that. And yeah, and keep an eye out for the video coming out in the next couple of days. It was super cool to see everyone again. Oh no, you're all right, Cindy. You always got lots to say. Sniper 3D Assassin. Peace, Dan, man. Yeah, bedtime, guys. Thank you so much for coming in. You're almost at 20K. Clearly, you're doing a lot right. Yeah, of course. And always the optimist, and just keep soldiering on. Really, it's not how it's not how much you gain in the shortest amount of time. Is are you the last man standing when the dust is settled? Are you still around? Are you still loving what you're doing? Are you still producing content? This is what social media is about. Seeing a lot of good channels die off for whatever reasons, and I'm glad to see Scott coming back. Dumpster diving with Double D. He's a good man and he makes really good videos. And the last video he dropped is a testament to that. I'm certainly inspired by what he's doing, so I can change my own content up a bit to be more fun and engaging and interesting. And but for me, it's about humor. I like to inject humor into my videos. Um, not too much drama, but I also like to be informed and be informative and like what's going on this part of the world and the dumpster diving sense of the things. So I always try my best to be informative as well. But yeah, it's trying to find that right balance, right? Trying to find that right balance and of knowing you want to put out good content, but also enjoying what you love and just reward as the consequence of doing it and just keeping up with it. I know Belle has certainly been a source of some good advice. Some of the things I even used to this very day was suggested by her, and so it's really good to see that you can apply some of the things that you've advised on others to your apply to your own channel. You know, and see that part of you grow because we're ideas people, right? We have to apply, the ideas to apply them rather than keep them as ideas. So I always try and have a look and see what it looks like, and then, oh yeah, okay, I'll go ahead with it. Uh, no worries. Thanks for the chat. No problems. Look, when will I see myself on the next live chat? Probably in a couple of days after I've dropped the live. After I drop the video, and then that's what I want to do. I want to talk about it. So, um, in the next 24 hours, I'm going to drop the video, and then 48 hours after that, I'm probably going to do a live, and we're going to like talk about that video. I might even react to it as well, so I can tell you guys, like sort of like some of the funny moments and why it's. I don't know. Just who cares? Let's just get together anyway. But um, but yeah, but yeah. I want to try this out, and I want to incorporate more lives and talk to you more, but have a more like bit of structure of fun around it. Okay, love and appreciate you, man. You guys are awesome, and I really miss doing my lives, to be honest. Yeah, because I could go on, I could stay on for a couple of hours, not a problem. It would be so that easy. And I look forward to seeing you guys on the next Bin Living Adventure. I appreciate that, Carolina. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to give you and your hubby a shout out, and for those that you're up all night canning in. So anyway, okay. Well, who knows? I might jump back on a little bit later on. Who knows? Keep you company. Okay, love and blessings all. Catch you guys on the next one.